We're going to invite our final speaker for the evening up to the stage, who's Conor Moakley. Conor Moakley is a senior sales leader at 6 Sense, and he's going to be talking about troubleshooting your onboarding, talking about what 6 Sense have learned about onboarding in the last 6 months or so, particularly in the macroeconomic outlook, and how to adjust your approach in this environment. Originally from California, tells me he's 24, but he was lying apparently earlier. He's not quite that young, as young as he looks. He began his career in finance before moving into sales as a business development role at 6 Sense in 2018, before moving to the UK with 6 Sense. And he's moved into his current role, in which he leads enterprise and mid-market sales teams right across EMEA. Welcome to the stage, Conor. Good luck. Enjoy your speech. Welcome to Conor to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me? Yes, no? All right. This is the last one. Thanks for that. Do we have any other Americans here? You can raise your hands, don't be shy. Hey guys, good to see you. So yes, as you can tell by my funny accent, I grew up on the other side of the Atlantic, came over from our San Francisco office. I have been at 6 Sense for 5 years now. When I started, if you guys know anything about 6 Sense, we depend on and work with your CRM, a bunch of other data, your revenue tech, leverages. I didn't know what Salesforce was when I started at 6 Sense. My onboarding was, here you go, you're a BDR, start emailing. So, I was probably the 68th employee at 6 Sense. Onboarding was just get to work, basically. I moved through the business. We're over 1,200 employees now. It's been a fantastic journey and great success. I always worked really well alone. So when I moved over here, because my wife was transferred for work, she worked at KPMG at the time, I was like, this is great. I'm going to be 5 hours ahead of my territory. I've got this great structure for my day. I'm fully onboarded. There's nothing 6 Sense could throw me that I wouldn't know how to handle. This is an awesome setup. In the last 12 months, we've gone from a team of 3 people over here to a team of 50, and that includes 18 quota carriers. I was fortunate enough to have done well enough where now I'm leading, as we said, one of our sales teams. So I had to hire a brand new team starting in Q3 of last year of new reps from outside of the business who had never sold anything like 6 Sense before. We hopefully got some A players. So I had to learn how to onboard people for the first time. And bringing along 7 reps in almost simultaneously over 7 months will teach you a lot about what works and what doesn't work for onboarding. We've all mentioned the current economic climate that we're dealing with, so maybe we're not hiring in the numbers we were 3, 4, or 5 years ago, or even 12 months ago. For the hires that we have brought on, think of the people that you've been working with, they're the newest members of your team. And maybe that extra bit of care that you put into making them successful and setting them up for success. So what I want to talk through in the next 5 minutes or so is what I've learned, what we've done to what we believe give reps a strong foundation. Some of the stuff that surprised us from the reps while they were being onboarded, and then adjustments we made along the way that if you guys are onboarding anybody right now, I would highly recommend you incorporate. So what do we do to set the reps up for success? Number one, we took a look at different data sets. Now I've got the benefit of using 6 Sense for this, but we wanted to make sure, well look, if we're creating 18 territories over the next 12 months, let's leverage data to do it. We need to look at the right tech stack, revenue range, industry, country that they're based in, important factors for how we sell our business. Next, we needed to look at, well, what is marketing doing right now to set this rep up for success? We don't even have a name for this person. It's really, really exciting when you're interviewing candidates, if you know that they're excited to work with you or for you. You can tell them, hey, we're already warming up your territory. That's one of the benefits of working at 6 Sense. You should just see their faces light up. If you're a 6 Sense customer, we'd love to say hi to you afterwards. It's really, really cool to drop it in an interview. By the way, I've been looking at your territory before this interview. We've got some exciting opportunities that are coming down the pipe. Now, what was surprising to us was as we onboard reps, I think it's probably it is because of the economy. There's almost like this secondhand shock of, well, my last job, the economy started to tank and deals were few and far between, so I can't afford to mess up. And when you're onboarding, you're terrified of messing up. I had the benefit of not really knowing any better, but it's the reality of what we're selling in today. So what we realized was reps were spending more and more time on deals. They weren't working their book. They weren't eager to go out and prospect as they would have been maybe in a different economy or a better economy. So to combat that, we pivoted and actually kind of restructured the way that their weeks were structured. So hey, if you're worried about your deals going well, start your day off with deal correspondence. Get it out of the way. Do it while you have your coffee. Get back into prospecting immediately after that. You'll have your meetings in the afternoon. If that doesn't work for you, change your schedule a bit. But if you're throwing this much time and effort into the 2 deals you've got while you're a newly onboarded rep, you're going to make mistakes in those deals. You can't afford to let the ball drop in terms of generating pipeline. So we worked really, really closely with our new reps to go through, hey, let's just put a pause on deal review. Let's not talk about your prospecting numbers. How are you doing in terms of your week structure? Seriously, check in with your reps on how their weeks are going, how they're managing their time, because we're all feeling the pressure. I guarantee they're feeling it as much as we are, if not more, if they're a new rep. Some of the tricks that we've learned in the last few months: double down on your partners. I'm sure everybody here works at a company that has really strong partnerships, new partnerships that may have even gone cold. Guys, leverage your partners. They're either, they have your prospects as customers, or they're co-selling and you're competing for the same budget. It's a great way to help your reps learn the pain points of what their territory is going through. It's a great way to get them to understand, hey, you're not in this alone. It makes the job easier. The last thing that we implemented with the new hires, and I don't think any of them are here, but they hate me for it, but it has worked, is we doubled down on territory mapping. And I don't mean who are we connected to? Do we have a prior opportunity? I mean, I think it was what Jim was talking about there. So go and learn the companies that you're trying to sell to. I figured if we could develop this sense of anticipation, I know I'm going to get an opportunity with these guys. And when I do, I'm going to stand out to them as the rep that somehow, we should have hired this guy or this woman before they got the 6th sense. Get them to double down on knowing who they're going to be selling to, and you'll see kind of a glow in their eyes almost of, I know how we can break into this account. I know how we can win the deal once we get there. So if you're not doing that with your reps, I highly recommend it. It's a fun exercise. It gives you even more insight as a hiring manager into how does their brain work, what excites them, what are they good at. So that's one of the additional things that I've learned. Overall, guys, we're all in this together. It's great to be surrounded by fellow salespeople. I spent most of the pandemic away from home, surrounded by accountants. My wife's an accountant, so it's really, really nice to have a community here like this. So thanks for having me up here, and happy to talk onboarding after if anybody wants to.